Hi everyone, so this is just a quick video to show you how I assembled the envelopes, stamped the ephemera, and yeah, it's just like a quick process really. Some of it was already done, so you know, take that into consideration if you're making it yourself, but I did do, I would say, about 80% of it, maybe 85% of it for you on this video. So stay tuned and watch how I made this. So here I've got 3 envelopes because I'm making 4 pockets. The envelopes, I think I just measured that for you there, showed you on the ruler. So I'm just trimming down the envelopes to the size that I want. You can do it with any size envelope, but obviously I was doing these size envelopes. If you watched my video yesterday, you can see that I used wider, bigger envelopes as well as the tall ones, the DL sized envelopes. So here I'm just kind of marking out where I want my pockets, and then on the third envelope I actually only use a tiny little bit, but that the other piece will not get wasted. Sure, it will turn into something else. You'll see it in something soon coming to a screen near you. So I'm just gluing down all the open parts of the envelopes and anything that might cause the ephemera to kind of get caught or stick as you put it into the pockets. So here I'm just trimming off the longest envelope, just trimming off a little bit at the top to give me another pocket, and I'm inking up all around the edges using Distress Oxide in Vintage Photo. Again, use your preferred ink. If you want to ink, you don't need to. And this is also a no-sew. You can sew if you want to. I didn't. I just done a no-sew on these. So just inked all that up. Quite boring really, watching the inking process. Then I just had to glue that little bit down there. So if you can hear, my cat's in a box in the corner. An Amazon box that she fell in love with about 2 weeks ago, a week ago maybe. And she just keeps coming in and sitting in the box and just sleeping all day. Crazy cat. So anyway, here I'm just gluing down the pockets. So that second pocket, well, the first pocket that I glued onto the big envelope, I only glued 2 sides so that it enables me to slide things right down to the bottom. This piece I glued 3 sides, and then obviously there I needed to glue that down on 3 sides on this one. So I have the top pocket, then the next one down, so 4 pockets altogether. I wasn't sure, I couldn't remember, and it sat right next to me as well. I should have just looked. So I'm just using this stamp, and I should have put that on a book or I've got a mouse mat that I use, and I turn the mouse mat upside down and it's a bit spongy, but I use that, made a difference. So I'm just using that to randomly stamp here, there and anywhere. Here, there, everywhere. And then I get out a script stamp. So I just tested that because it's so dirty I can't see what's the right way up. So just doing that to fill in some of the gaps. If you watched my video yesterday, you can tell I'm just a bit lost at the moment with journals, but I have actually printed out a few things and I'm going to start on a journal. Whilst this video is getting uploaded, I will be starting on a journal. I think it's because I went away as well. I just kind of lost my mojo a little bit. So just inking up this piece. That piece of paper is printable from ARTYmaze, and I cannot remember the name of the kit, but it is lovely. It puts me in mind of Tim Holtz stuff. So here are all the die cuts. Now I got my Cricut out the other day. I haven't used it in years, and I used 2 cartridges. One was the George and Basic Shapes, and the other one was the Cricut sampler, and I just cut out some shapes. Not all of the die cuts here are from there. Some of them are like big dies, some of them are just framelits and things like that. So obviously I'd pre-coffee dyed all them, and then once they were dry I sprayed them with, so that you would get like little like darker marks on the paper. So here, now I had all these stamps out. They were sitting at the side of me. I can't remember what pack they came from. Some of them don't even have the original packaging anymore. So as you can see, I was kind of a little bit out of frame there. So I'm just stamping the ovals at the moment, and I was just wiggling that around because it's cardstock, but it's not thick. I can't remember what GSM it is, but or what do you call it, pounds in the US. I do notice that people in Canada and people in Australia talk about GSM, but in America you guys talk about pounds, the weight, the weight of the paper. So sorry, there's a little bit of wiggling going on there. So that's the name of that stamp, Kaisercraft. Can't even remember. I've done it. I've speeded it up. I can't even pause. Pause if you want to see what it was called, because I couldn't even see that. Something admirer, I think. I don't know. Definition. Anyway, the definition stamps. So that's Cherish, and then I was just making sure that I put the right definition with that, otherwise Cherish and Believe would have looked really silly. Messed up. And if anybody knows using iMovie, is it iMovie it's called? Yeah. When you do a voiceover and recording, the little box shows that you're recording. I can't see what I'm doing. I'm just guessing here. There we go. Yeah, that little box is in the way. So that was a part of a Tim Holtz stamp set, little birds on a wire. Don't know the name of that either, because that was yonks ago. I bought that probably about 8-10 years ago. So these I die cut from the Cricut sampler, which they're like little frame. They kind of put me in little specimen cards. And in yesterday's video where I showed you the little kind of stuffed ephemera packs that I'd made, I showed you the kind of things you could put behind it. You could put little real photographs in there, or the little portraits that everyone's got. They might look nice behind there. See, there's an idea just popped into my head. So back with this stamp again, and I'm just doing random stamping with it. I do like that stamp. ARTYmaze got me onto that stamp. Thanks, Andrea. Which literally has been a nightmare to get. First time I ordered it, it didn't turn up, so I got my money back. Second time, it didn't turn up with my order, and I contacted them, and they said, "Oh no, it's been sent out separately." Don't know why. And then it was ever so late. And when I got back off my holiday, it was there. I was so excited. It's actually part of quite a few stamps in the set, but that was the only one I wanted. How cute is that? So here we're on to I'm using, sorry if you can hear my dog barking, she's crazy. She is crazy. She's the puppy. She's about 26 weeks, and bonkers. Don't go away on holiday for 26-week-old German Shepherd. It was mental. Anyway, stamping these. We also have a nearly 7-year-old German Shepherd. She's good as gold. So anyway, here I'm doing just some really large tags, which you could fold them in half if you're making a journal and pop them into a journal as a little flip. So I've done 2 of them, and I don't know where that stamp came from. I don't know what set it is from. I can't talk today. And then this one again, I don't know where that's from, and then I'm using that on some coffee dyed index cards. So I this one will be available in my coffee shop as well, and I have the other ones available in my coffee shop if you're interested, and I do ship international as well, and they're actually quite cheap. Well, cheaper than a journal to send because of the weight of them. They're not that heavy. So that's the Tiffany & Co stamp, and then these are Kaisercraft stamps. Don't know where the packaging is, but I know they're Kaisercraft. It's because I'm such a messy crafter when it comes to my stamps. When I get the stamps out, nothing ever seems to go back into the right package again. So on to the next one. So it's such a windy day today and raining, but it's still like humid. I find it quite humid. Put a big jumper on this morning because I was a bit chilly, and then I've changed twice since then because it was like, all right, it's still quite warm. So I'm down to like a little strappy top now. Okay, so these are the only two printables, actually 3 printable pieces I used in that. They're from TaylorMade Journals. And then you can see me here just fill the pockets up. So like I said, thanks for watching, and you can carry on watching me stuff the stuffed envelope. And if there is anything you want to know, just ask in the comments below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So have a great day, and yeah, speak to you all soon.